Heat race. How much risk do you want to take early to try to secure some passing points? How do you time this start and make it perfect? Got my eyes there on that 40X machine, looking for him to jam his car up and down the grid to try to make some spots. Getting ready to go green. Here we go, race fans. We are green. Here we go. The real deal, Rick Zeal. Getting passed by Huband going into 1 and 2. Carney on the rear bumper there of Zeal and falls back a spot and shooting up. They're now into the third spot, looking to catch a good line there under the real deal, Rick Zeal. Helsel starting to rip it now. Nice work by Helsel. Looking to make that slide line under Zeal. Scoots him out a little bit, but Zeal takes the momentum out of turn number 4, up in second spot right now. But Rodney Huband, he is your race leader here. Huband clocking at the line, 13.529 seconds. Hammer down racetrack here, side by side. Carney sliding. Helsel gets him back at the line. Helsel by a nose. The fight for third is on. Vance Wofford, he's lurking right there behind the J2 and the 8 car. Carney goes and scoots out. Helsel out of the way, opening up a spot now for Vance Wofford underneath. Can Vance keep the speed? Not quite yet here. We're 4 laps deep into this one. Huband at the line, 13.251 seconds, getting faster and faster. The race for third still on. Breaking away now, the J2, John Carney with Wofford trying to show a little nose there to Helsel. Kind of spread out now with 4 laps to go. But Huband finding some great speed here around this racetrack still. Track pretty tight now. No one's pushing it quite yet. Expect that to change. Green flag waves. We got 2 laps to go at the line. That's Huband again, 13.675. Dropped some speed as he got into the lapper, but he's got a measurable lead. White flag is up, talking about passing points in this one. Brett Becker started 8th. Currently started 9th, up to 5th. He's up 4 spots. Your dark horse, at the line there. There goes Huband now. Taking this one, followed by the real deal, Rick Zeal, John Carney II, Jake Helsel, Vance Wofford. That's your top 5 here. Brett Becker, your hard charger, started 9th, finished 5th, but Rodney Huband out of Wimberley, Texas, rocked out heat number 1. Let's give him a big round of applause here, race fans. Average 13.609 seconds around the racing surface. Real hammer down, real tight here so far tonight. Track's still going to really open up that second outside lane. The driver's going to continue to watch how that cushion's going to want to start to build. Let's see who's going to start to push the top, calculate the moisture, calculate every single move. The track's still going to widen out, and now it's time to get the most of every single inch out of this clay. Getting ready to go green. Caleb Seist sends us off. Seist going a little higher. Taking a wider apex there out of 2. Caleb Seist from the pole, charged with the early start. Going to be pushed back a row, so we're going to get another crack at this one. The 8J, Jesse Schlotfeldt out of Arlington, Washington, now starting on the pole, coming out here ready to rip. Starting at the white line. Here we go. Into the corner here. Seist throws a slider there. But he's got the 26. Harkle right on him. After 1, Arlington's very own still leading. Jesse Baker up into the 2nd spot. Jesse Hickle up into the third spot. It battled it out with that 42 machine of Sice. And here we go, coming around the back. There goes Miller now, getting in front of the 76, the Wilby at the line. And coming around again. Schlotfeldt clocks at 13.046 seconds. Absolute rocket ship there. 13.403 to Baker. Hickle, 13.55, but Hickle's trying to find some more speed against Schlotfeldt, 13.066. He's on rails right now. Trying to reel in that 1A machine of Teague. You're watching Wyatt Miller there on your screen. A 13-year-old phenom. Just looking to get comfortable and make a name for himself here. Came a long way from North Carolina. Looking to find a passing line, getting a little bouncy there up in some of that crummy stuff as it still gets packed in. So to push, Miller trying to set something up now. Giving the bump and run to old Robert Teague there, the 1A machine. Drops down a lane. There goes Miller, sending it around. Nice little momentum stick there for Miller out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. Your race leader, Schlotfeldt, at the line. 13.427 seconds. Baker, 13.345. A little faster lap there for Baker. Hickle, 13.364. Sice, 13.359. 1 lap to go. Schlotfeldt coming out here making a statement. Night number 1, heat number 2. Good push there. Throat punch performance, checkered flag. Goes to Arlington, Washington's very own Jesse Schlotfeldt, finishing second. Jesse Baker out of Grants, New Mexico, and finishing third, J.J. Hickle out of Kilseen, Washington. Well, we saw our fastest laps there, the 13.066 seconds there from Jesse Schlotfeldt in that 8J Shark machine. Your race winner. Okay, lights out, race fans again. Track still a little greasy right now. Cushion's going to build a little bit later. The momentum line king, but is it going to come in just yet? 10 laps. And it's the little moment, the inches here that define the night. Getting ready to kick it off right now. Ryder McCutcheon. McCutcheon making a push here. Ledbetter in his hip pocket, and we got some bouncing around up in the back. Congleton in that 11K stays straight and throwing that slider there. Up into the second spot there after lap number 1. A 4C of Cale Thomas. Still a lot of racing action happening there throughout the grid. Seeing who's going to be setting up who. Ryder McCutcheon, your clear race leader right now, hits 13.304 seconds on his first lap down. At the line for lap number 2, Ledbetter 13.42, Thomas 13.714, Ledbetter 14.062. Ryder starting to set up nice and wide exit there out of turn number 4. Momentum line starting to want to come in on itself. Thomas starting to push up in that black a little bit. Wanting to see if there's a little bit more grip, a little bit more stick, and there's Thomas finding a nice good arc out of turn number 4. I like the line there from Cale Thomas, although he's got some ground to make up. And Ryder McCutcheon, still some great speed. At the line, 13.667 for McCutcheon. Thomas at 13.991. Be able to reel him in. We'll see here the 99 of Evans racing it out there with the one eye of Daniel Blazer down the back chute. Round 3 and 4, Blazer on the bottom, Evans on the top. Evans sticking it at the line. Racing there on your screen. It's, again, Evans and Blazer. Meanwhile, Tuesday, Calderwood trying to get around the 5-1 slowed down there. White flags up at the line for Ryder McCutcheon. 13.387 seconds. Thomas, 13.758. Calderwood, 13.972. That's your top three. And take it, throw punch performance, checkered flag. That's Ryder McCutcheon out of Alamogordo, New Mexico, finishing second. Cale Thomas out of Fountaintown, Indiana, finishing third. Brian Ledbetter Jr. in the 7OH out of Safford, Arizona. So the youth dominates this one. Ryder McCutcheon from wire to wire. Rolling up to our Zip Construction Tech area and scales. Looking to make a statement and perhaps 5K tonight. Okay, $5,000 on the line later tonight. This is the last chance to lock in a prime starting spot. Here we go. The final sprint car heat of the night. 10 laps, 9 drivers, 1 last shot to make the top 8. Let's see, can Saunders keep that local momentum alive? Will McCarl show why his last name carries across the country? Will Jack Dover go from back to front and shake up the redraw? It's the time. The brave go wide, the smart go low, the bold go for broke. Sprint heat number 4, going green now. Spencer Hill in the 7D7. Sends us off the 0-1. Carson McCarl jumps in front of him early. McCarl to the front, and there goes Saunders charging to the back of McCarl there. Saunders jams that car and sends it right under McCarl. There he goes. Aydan Saunders after lap number 1. Clock's at the line, 13.808 seconds, but fought for every inch. How about that from the A machine? Meanwhile, in the grid, working their way up. The 77 of Spencer Hill racing now with Donkey Don Grable. Grable slides him, and Spencer slides him back there at a 2. Crossing him back under the 45X. They are racing it out there for 4th. Meanwhile, side by side, you got the 0-1 Carson McCarl with the 11D of Jack Dover, who's now up into the second spot. Slides him. Can he stick it there? Can McCarl get it back? Dover sticks it at the line. 13.92 seconds for Dover. Aydan Saunders, 13.615, your race leader. At the line officially halfway through this one. Saunders, Dover, McCarl, Grable, Hill, DiMartino. DiMartino trying to work on Hill right now. Hill's got a good look on the outside, and 2 widened out nicely here. Saunders still really running the black, continuing to want to push it. Local ace knows these spots like the back of his hand at this point. Great work by Saunders, widening out this one. 3 to go at the line, 13.726 seconds for Saunders. Track dusting off just a little bit more here. Green flag waves. 3 and 4 getting nice and wide. Entry into 1 still pretty tight, but the exit out of 2 is getting wide too. Momentum line starting to open itself up there for Aydan Saunders, but Jack Dover, give him a few more laps, he make this one interesting here, and we've stayed pretty green on this one. Meanwhile, with the white flag up, Saunders one more time. Round 3 and 4. El Paso, Texas, very own Aydan Saunders, your winner of heat race number 4. Finishing second, Jack Dover, your hard charger, the 11D out of Springfield, Nebraska, from 8th to 2nd. Finishing third, Carson McCarl. A big round of applause for Aydan Saunders in the 8 machine, your race winner there. We saw the father-son combo, Vance and Lauren Wofford there, really trying to poke around and inside of your 2 front runners. Putting pressure early. Wyatt Miller up in that mix as well in that 5th spot. Keep your eye on the 13-year-old phenom with Earnhardt in his blood. Here we go. Green, Ledbetter, bottom, size, top, sticks one. Nice work early by the 42 machine. Wofford up into the 3rd spot. Side by side, Miller gets the pass on Wofford. Miller up into the 4th spot. Your race leader after 1. Caleb Sice, Ledbetter in 2nd. Wofford in 3rd. Miller in 4th. 5th. Lorne 6th. DiMartino Coming down the line here, Caleb Seiss clocks 14.068 seconds. Vance Wofford 14.232, Ledbetter 15.145, Miller 14.748. Lauren Wofford now below Wyatt Miller there. Race for 4th and 5th is on. Some spots and great speed and grip there for Miller, just with a car in front of him. As Wofford gets tangled up with him, loses a little ground. Miller trying to set something up to get in front of Ledbetter. Nice and patient there from Miller, but Miller with the speed over the top gets up into the 3rd spot. Nice drive there. Calm, cool, and collected from the young 13-year-old. Meanwhile, Derek DiMartino working the bottom, trying to reel in Ledbetter here. 17 of Guile. Patient drive on top of the 9-7 of DiMartino, who shoots under Ledbetter. Ledbetter losing spots right now, and up at the top, Caleb Seiss looking to hit lap traffic. Oh, Vance Wofford gets caught up there at the bottom of 2. Closing the gap now, Miller over the high side. He's really making that top momentum line work right now. Great job from Wyatt Miller. Does Vance Wofford see him over the top? Gotta hear him. Not much room for Wofford to clear the lapper. Gives that much more momentum for Miller now with 7 to go. Miller makes the pass up into 2nd. That's Wyatt Miller. Caleb Seiss still your race leader, but Miller is trying to close in that gap. He's running almost 0.3 of a second faster than Seiss right now. Seiss trying to clear some more lappers. Wyatt Miller flying around turn 4. Pushing that 11 car to the limit right now. 5 laps to go. You got a nice wide momentum line that you come to know and love here at the Vado Speedway Park, and Wyatt Miller is using every inch of this racing surface right now to try to reel in the 42 machine. Caleb Seiss, you're seeing the 18 car blowing some smoke. Wes Wofford is trying to make a push right now in that piece. But meanwhile, up at the front, Wyatt Miller is continuously closing this gap. He's 0.3 of a second faster than Caleb Seiss, and he's within striking distance to get that 9th position for himself here in the A main. Can he pull it off? Wyatt Miller closing that gap slowly but surely on Caleb Seiss. How is he going to make the pass? Will there be a slider? And we're going to go yellow. That's going to really close some stuff up here. Your top 5 right now, Caleb Seiss, Wyatt Miller, Vance Wofford, Elijah Guile, Lauren Wofford. Then behind him, Derek DiMartino, Brian Ledbetter, and Spencer Hill. Wyatt Miller, 13-year-old phenom. Racing with grown men here and putting on one heck of a show already early here in this B main. Seiss at the green, goes wide. Vance Wofford underneath Miller. Miller taking the Seiss line. Up now pushing. Miller scooting real high. Wofford staying low. They're still side by side racing for 2nd. Elijah Guile putting in pressure, trying to get around Vance Wofford. Sticks it now. Elijah Guile up into the 3rd position. Caleb Seiss flying high and sticking it with 1 lap to go. Looks like it should be a Seiss on this one. Miller holding off Guile. Guile working the bottom, trying to throw one final haymaker there to get one more spot. But Caleb Seiss flies and soars. Last year's High Desert Nationals champ. Your winner for the B main here, finishing 2nd, Wyatt Miller. 3rd, Elijah Guile. 4th, Vance Wofford. 5th, Derek DiMartino. 6th to Lauren Wofford. Caleb Seiss strong and fast off of that restart. Give him a big round of applause. He makes his way up to our Zip Construction Tech area and scales. That concludes our B main. And this is where heroes are made, race fans. Time to stand up, get loud. Let these drivers hear you from the front stretch to the staging area, because the sprint car A main is about to go green, and it's time to light the fire here at the Vado Speedway Park. Track's really widened up since we've seen the heat races here. Drivers looking to take some risk early, see if he can pay off. Will we see it clean and green for 25 laps? We're going to see some hiccups, some early jumps. Starting us off, Schlotfeldt side by side with Calderwood. Schlotfeldt looking for a line. Calderwood low, widening out. Almost feeds him a right rear, but doesn't. Thomas, McCutcheon, high and low, and you got 3 wide, 4 wide, spun around. We got the 11 car avoiding all carnage. Going to send a complete restart. All by himself, and we managed to avoid that. Pretty crazy. You see the battle there between Thomas, Calderwood, and McCutcheon going in through 3 and 4. And all kinds of traffic happening behind him, racked and stacked. Go, race fans. Time to light that fire again. Complete restart underway. 5K on the line. Green flag racing. Schlotfeldt. Strong start yet again. Into 1 and 2. McCutcheon. Thomas going up wide. There goes Aydan Saunders up a couple spots. Getting under John Carney II. Excuse me. Looking to make a push here. We got the 4 cars side by side, but there goes Thomas as Calderwood goes down, and we got one flipped over. It's going to be John Carney II, the J2, hard into the wall. See him moving around in the car there. Driver is okay, race fans. Chasing the money now. Here we go again. Schlotfeldt sends it off. Thomas low. McCutcheon throws a haymaker there. Thomas gets him back. Nice move. There goes Saunders up into the 4th spot. You got some contact there with Dover and Calderwood. Dover shoves her out of the way up into the 5th position for himself. Schlotfeldt still your race leader here. This time by 13.654 seconds. Drivers clawing up the grid. Saunders looking to work Thomas underneath. Side by side around turn number 4. Thomas gets the momentum back. Saunders looking for the slider line. Looking low. Found some grip. Exploring the racing surface. The A machine. Aydan Saunders now jacked over. Trying to see if he can reel in that 8 car. Meanwhile, through the grid, a lot of actioning happening back from about the 8th spot onward. Wyatt Miller there making a pass on Helsel, looking to set him up low. Miller, nice and aggressive. Good job by the 11 car. Let's go back to the front. Schlotfeldt now has Dover working. They're through lap traffic. Schlotfeld's going to have to put on a new display of skill here. Looking to rip the cushion right now. Great work from Schlotfeldt. Through the groove, pushing. He's got a lapper in front of him right now. He's on the top side in lap traffic, and there comes Ryder McCutcheon. Right in his tail. Ryder McCutcheon watching every move, seeing what he can do. Going to put his snout where it doesn't belong. Go there. Schlotfeldt at the line. 14.553 seconds. McCutcheon 14.791. Thomas 14.522. Dover 14.327. Don't count out the 11 car of Dover. And we're still ripping it through. Ryder McCutcheon trying to get low. Working around some lap traffic right now. Thomas up in his reach. McCutcheon up and down through the lines, trying to bob and weave and catch up to Stringfield here. Schlotfeldt. And it's just all over the place right now. Racing for second. There comes Ryder. Let's see where we're at. Schlotfeldt carving his way through lap traffic right now, looking for 5K here. Great work. Putting on an absolute clinic right now. To the bottom line goes Schlotfeldt. McCutcheon to the top. Coming in third, that 4C of Cale Thomas, and then you got a push right now for fourth. Aydan Saunders, Jack Dover still just throwing bombs. Saunders through that lap traffic, gets in front of him. Dover, though, looking to reel him in. Nice work. Saunders shuts the door on Dover through the lap traffic, floats up to the top of two, gets a little free. Trying to find some extra speed there. McCutcheon still not letting off the throttle, trying to reel in Schlotfeldt, but Schlotfeldt's just been super fast. Last time by 14.695 seconds. Not missing any of his marks here around this racetrack right now. 9 to go at the line. Schlotfeldt, McCutcheon, Thomas, Saunders, Dover. That's your top five. No, actually, that's Hickle up in front of Dover right now. But meanwhile, the tail of the tape, you saw that 8 car here just ripping it last night. He was very, very, very strong. That newcomer there coming in out of practice. Just a haymaker, and McCutcheon up into the wall. Ends up rolling over. McCutcheon feeds a right rear into the wall, flips late. Would imagine he's going to be okay, but not quite sure. You got Aydan Saunders, it looks like, with a front left flat as well. Ryder McCutcheon running a great race in second. 8 laps left. And he's out of the car and he's okay, race fans. Let's give him a big round of applause. How about that? Alamogordo's very own Ryder McCutcheon, 15 years old. He was giving Schlotfeldt a run for his money there in a good race for the young Ryder McCutcheon. Looking forward to what he has to show as he continues to get better and better. Taking a look at the FK Rodden's instant replay there, just working through lap traffic. McCutcheon keeping a nice tight line. Just caught it up at the top of one. Buckle up, it's time to fire this one off, finish what we started here. Schlotfeldt going wide early. Thomas floats it back up after being a little tight through the corner there, and then you got a side-by-side battle. There goes Hickle, shooting it in front of Dover, throws a haymaker in front of Thomas. Thomas crossing him back over, but that puts Dover up into the second spot for now. Thomas going to try to work down Dover. No one's catching Schlotfeldt right now. And there it goes. Jamming it up. Cale Thomas and JJ Hickle sliding each other. Thomas trying to get Hickle back. Hickle sets him back up for the crossover. Race for third is on. And there's Wyatt Miller up in the mix. Patient and calculated, trying to crack the top 3. Schlotfeldt, though, in a league, in a class of his own. What is happening here? Cale Thomas keeping Dover out from behind him and working the bottom there. Miller, patient. Miller slides it in front of Hickle and he sends it. Hickle to the wall. Hickle up and over. Drivers throwing haymakers and dive bombs. Hickle trading it up with Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller squeezes the car underneath Hickle. Hickle not able to set it. Catches the cushion and up and over in a bad way up there in the top of 2. Wow, here we are again. Under red, 4 laps to go. So here we go. These drivers trading off, and Wyatt Miller was just so patient and doing a great job on that bottom line. It just opened up for him. Sets it in front of Hickle. Hickle tangled up with Thomas, and then just Wyatt Miller comes out of almost nowhere because those guys were just battling, trading it up, crossing each other over. Just a racing deal there. Lights are out, and here we go. Okay, Schlotfeldt sends us off. Thomas sliding Dover crossing him back. Miller. Nose to tail there with Thomas. Miller to the bottom. Thomas wide. Schlotfeldt, your race leader. Schlotfeldt, Dover. Thomas, Miller all high, taking the high ring around. Schlotfeldt at the line, clocks 14.015 seconds, Dover 14.295, Thomas 14.795. Miller throws a slider onto Thomas, Thomas crossing him back under. Miller's not done yet, he wants another spot. White flag up, Miller jams it. Sets it nicely up into the third. Great work by the 11J. With the white flag up and 5,000 on the line, Jesse Schlotfeldt gets it done out of Arlington, Washington. Gets it done tonight for night number one. Finishing second, Jack Dover, and finishing third, Wyatt Miller from 18th to third. Talk about a hard charger there. The High Desert Nationals etching his way into Vado Speedway Park history. Jesse Schlotfeldt out of Arlington, Washington coming tonight. Shocking the grid and making the toe here. Leaving everyone in his dust for night number one. Vado Speedway Park dominated tonight by Arlington's very own. Jesse, you had a racetrack delivered to you tonight that met your favor. The setup was right. You were the guy to talk about during practice last night, and you came here and delivered tonight. What kind of race does this mean to you right now?
No, I'm just, it makes me super proud for, just to come out here all this way and just to be able to perform like we did. Once again, I can't thank Richard and Casey and all them guys and Hunter for coming out here and doing this whole thing. Thank you to all the amazing fans for coming out. No, just super, super happy with tonight and just hoping we can carry some momentum into tomorrow.
Yeah, big congratulations to you. I mean, the line was everywhere for you tonight. You found the top and got that speed and basically untouchable, but then you got in the lap traffic and you were able to put that car everywhere and anywhere you wanted to. I mean, the key going into tomorrow night after a night like this, what's going to be that for you?
Just consistent laps. I mean, just try not necessarily just set a blistering pace, but to just hit my marks every single lap and not lag too much or behind the lap traffic and make sure that I keep my momentum up and just race best I can.
Big congratulations, and I know you said some thank yous, but to give you one more chance here on the mic, who do we have to thank tonight?
Big thank you to Shark Racing Engines. It's my boss back home for building some badass engines. I probably should have looked at the sponsors before I got this thing, but I can't thank all the partners on the 8 car enough and the whole Saunders team. So, yeah, thank you.
Jesse Schlotfeldt, race fans. We're going to give him a big round of applause, but we're going to go ahead and interview second and third as well. Jack, what a race. I mean, you were out there trading with the best of them, throwing some haymakers, throwing the dive bombs. Didn't quite get it to where you wanted it tonight, but there was some times there in lap traffic where it looked like you were able to really potentially make a push. Talk to me about this race tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the track was awesome. Hats off to the entire track crew here. I got to thank all you fans for sticking it out. I know it's a little chilly, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that show and come back tomorrow. Just can't thank Rodney Huband enough for letting me drive this. We kind of put this deal together last minute last Saturday. We were in Texas, and we just kind of put this together at the last minute. And just big thanks to him, Snow, Tim, Jace, all Rodney's sponsors. Just very, very happy. We can go back and look and rewatch this. I obviously made a couple mistakes. I know that. Lap traffic kind of played a factor there, but I got to clean my mistakes up, and I think if we can get this thing to come off the corners just a little better, we're going to be pretty good tomorrow.
Jack, congratulations. A great race nonetheless, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good luck to you. Thank you very much. Race fans, up next. The talk of the town around here, Wyatt Miller. Wyatt, you came and shocked the grid tonight, the hard charger from 18th to 3rd. You put on a phenomenal racing, and, the only thing for you there, would have been more time. It would have been more time to see exactly what you could have put together. So, still catching your breath from that race, came down here and made a mark, not only in racing, in sprint car racing, and just keeping that namesake. For those of you who have probably heard throughout the night, Wyatt Miller, grandson of Dale Earnhardt Sr., how special was this race to come out here and deliver tonight?
Yeah, this was awesome. I started P5 in the B. I was just hoping for a top 10. Got to 3rd. I can't thank One Way Performance, Joey, Joe Bob, and just everyone that helps.
Man, up to 3rd, Wyatt, you've had people that have questioned you, that doubted you, the naysayers that said you can't race with men and that it's too dangerous, and here you are tonight putting on an absolute display in a clinic. What's your message for all those questioning your abilities?
Well, I obviously showed it tonight.
Absolute machine. Good job, Wyatt. Great job to Wyatt Miller, race fans. Let's give him one last huge round of applause, capping off night number 1, getting her done. $5,000 went to Mr. Jesse Schlotfeldt from Arlington, Washington. Got $10,000 on the line tomorrow night. We'll make it happen. See you here. If you're not here, spread the word, and we'll see you on Racing Dirt.